Hello everyone. Today I am going to be drawing in this cute little sketchbook that my dad got me for my birthday. When he ordered it, however, he didn't realize that it was in fact toned paper. Which I was really excited about because I've actually been meaning to buy toned paper for quite some time. I couldn't wait to try it, so I did do this absolutely adorable little foxy. Isn't he cute? I love him. But I didn't record it because I actually did it while I was at a friend's house. We were watching a movie. And he turned out amazing, and I love the paper, and I love the look that it has, and I love it.
So we're just gonna pause right here. One moment, very quickly. I just showed you this adorable little fox that I did. But I have to show you what a coworker of my brother did, who owns a print shop. Is that not absolutely the coolest thing? I have my artwork on the mug. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. But yeah, no, I just had to pause and say that you are amazing, man. This is so cool. And I just wanted to quickly kind of divert and do that, and now back to the dragon. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand.
But while I was doing it, I didn't know what I was going to draw for ever. Like, I kept drawing ahead, and then I erased it, and then I draw ahead, and I erase it, and I draw ahead, and I erase it. But something really freaking cool, which I'm about to show you, is, like, it's magic. Okay, so here, you know, there we go. So that's a pretty decent dark scribble, right? Now watch, it's magic. That is completely gone. There is no trace of it. Like, what? What is this sorcery? And I said that to my dad after I got home. And his first words were, mischief managed. I was like, you be clever. So, yeah, that's it. It's like, it's gone. Like, what? I would not be, however, as thematic as that would be for me to do a Harry Potter drawing. I will not. I will actually be doing an ice dragon. This is, again, a dragon inspired by the 100 Dragon Challenge that Caitlin McKeag has been doing. And her most recent one is an ice dragon, and I was like, oh, I have to do that. I have to draw an ice dragon. So that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing an ice dragon. So, let's get started.
So, from the second that I saw the title of Caitlin's 100 Dragon video thing, I was like, oh, this is what I must do. Because I, like, immediately had this image of the dragon being all elegant on the landscape, and the sunrise, and the colors from the sunrise glistening off of it, and it being all beautiful and elegant and amazing, and I was like, oh, I must do this. I was like, but how do I want to do this? And then this sketchbook came, and I was like, oh, I must do it in the sketchbook. So yeah, I'm doing it in the sketchbook. It took me a second to figure out how to fit it into the book, because it is a very tiny sketchbook, as you can see. My initial idea was to actually have it standing and sort of like having it, you know, go off perspective, like it's walking up a mound of snow or something like that. But then I had the idea of it actually laying down and having people around it, like children playing on it and stuff like that. I was like, ah, I have to do this. So that's what I did. And it just sort of, the pose just sort of happened, which was very nice. And, almost knocked my camera over there. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the pose came out and how the design came out as well. I was a little, when I was doing the scales, the tiny scales, I was trying to do like this hatching pattern, and it took me a while to actually like get a smooth eye-catching look to it, but I did eventually get it, like, at the very end. Yeah, I'm really happy with the design. It's simple, but it's elegant, and I love it. And just my little tiny silhouetted people are just, I love them. My favorite are the one sliding down the tail and the one hanging off the tip of the tail. I think those are my two favorite little persons. But yeah, I had, while drawing it, I had started with the sunrise just so I knew which colors I was using to create the reflections on the ice dragon for, and also because I was a little bit more nervous about the sunrise than anything, because I have some issues with them sometimes. But as I was going and like doing the dragon, and I was looking at the picture and the little people there, and I was creating a sort of story in my head that he's sort of like a guardian spirit dragon kind of, and he watches over the people of the land, and just the color of the paper lent itself to looking like sand. And I was like, that would be a really kind of a cool concept if, you know, he's actually, you know, he's an ice dragon, but, you know, going with one of the things that, sorry, I'm bouncing a lot. One of the things Caitlin brought up in her video is, you know, dragons are reptiles and therefore cold-blooded, so they would technically need to live in a warmer climate. So the idea with the sand kind of came off of that, and I was like, it would be kind of cool if, you know, he was an ice dragon in the desert, and he just sort of roamed from group of people to group of people, and, you know, Avatar The Last Airbender style gave them a giant, like, ice cube to sit in the middle of their village, and, you know, over the year they would use it, and as he traveled around he would refresh the ice cubes and play with the children, and I was like, that's a really cool idea, but at the same time I wanted to do, you know, very soft snow kind of a thing, because I mean, part of me wishes I had kept it looking like a desert, and the other part of me likes how the soft snow, the soft glow on the snow looks, and I'm like, I like both ideas, I wish I could do both. But at the same time, I think with how I did it, it almost kind of looks like the sand is just sort of covered in frost because he's there. So that could be a thing too. I might go with that. But yeah, no, I love how he came out. I did go, I had put a very light white layer on him first, and then I went in with the yellows and oranges for the sunrise, and then the blue and purple for the shadows, and I went a little heavy with that. This is where I got the mug. And then sort of took the eraser over it and picked up some of the excess pigment, and then went back over with the white pencil to mute it out a little bit more even, and add in the much more whiter bits. And I really like how this came out. I'm really glad I did it that way, because I wasn't initially sure how I was gonna get the reflection look I wanted and make sure that it was still came off as sort of like a icy, snowy dragon. But I really like the effect it got, and I love it, and I love all of it, and I'm so happy with it, and I love the toned paper, and it's just sorry, I'm like fangirling over my own art, but you know, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to fangirl or fanboy over your art, or fan whatever over your art, and just geek out over it, because you're great, and you have every right to geek out over your art. And, yes, if I keep talking, I'm just gonna keep geeking out. So I'll let you watch the last little bit. It's all done. Look at him. He's so cool. Pun partially intended. But yeah, he's white and he's blue and he's shiny and he's a big boy. And I love him so much, and he turned out so good, and I'm so happy with him. It's not quite the original image that I had in my head, but it turned out really, really well regardless. The original image that I had was a little bit more pure ice looking, but I'm still practicing with ice, so that didn't happen, and I knew it wouldn't happen. So I went with this, and I'm really happy with the design of him and how he turned out, and I hope you like how he turned out too. So again, if you want any of my art that I've ever done, you can check out my galleries on whatever social media I have. If you'd like it on like a mug or a shirt or anything like that, because I don't know what of my art people would like. So you tell me. And I can go to him and have it made, because I would much rather support him as a local small business than go to some big company to get stuff done. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this, then please hit the like button. Check out some of my other videos. I'll put some links to other dragon videos in the card. And if you enjoy those as well, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell so you know when I'm posting, and I'll see you in the next video.